Hello everyone, welcome to Live at 5. I'm Beth Stevens.
I'm Andy Lefkowitz.
We have an amazing guest for you. It's Stephen Kunken from A Parallelogram, which is right now in previews at Second Stage.
Yes.
Yay. Tony nominee. Really
Tony
fancy,
nominee.
Super fancy guy. But first
Indeed.
there's some news.
We have news. So Idina Menzel's sister,
Cara.
Cara Menzel, is
With a
writing
T.
with a T.
Just saying.
Idina cut the T when she made it
She
big.
made it big, yeah.
Yeah. Hey. Her sister, Cara, is writing a book about their relationship, and that's going to come out in October.
Like a tell-all?
A tell-all, but it seems
Is
like
it
a friendly tell-all because
tell-all.
Idina tweeted about it. She's comfortable with it. She's happy. She feels good.
authorized tell-all.
It's an authorized tell-all.
Got it.
So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that.
I don't know if I'd want my sister to write a tell-all
Yeah.
about our relation. I love my sister, but still, it's a little, that's interesting.
Yeah, I'm
What else
down
is
with that. What else is going on here? So the new musical Hood, the Robin Hood musical by Douglas Carter Beane and his husband Louis Flynn,
Yes.
might be coming to Broadway. The show right now is playing out of town, and
Wait, this
yeah.
is like a contemporary take
Yes,
on Robin.
it's a
called
contemporary. Well, to be honest, it's actually a prequel to the Robin Hood stories.
Hood. Prequel.
Yes.
Prequel.
So
Okay.
it's playing an out-of-town engagement right now at Dallas Theater Center with a starry cast that includes Alicia Umphris and Ashley Park, a bunch of Broadway folks.
Awesome.
And I actually spoke to Doug Beane this morning about it, and he was
You can call him Doug.
yeah,
They're so
Doug
close.
Beane, and he was telling me that he and Louis went out to Dallas Shakespeare Center to do this show, kind of far off the beaten path, so that
Yeah, they didn't
nobody
want
would
to
really
tell Broadway.com
pay
about it.
attention. But people are really expressing interest in another production. So he was saying that they don't know if Broadway
He
is
didn't wanna tell you.
on the horizon just yet.
Nothing signed. He doesn't want
Yes.
to say.
But that's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
He wrote Xanadu, the book for Xanadu,
Yep.
the revised book for Cinderella, Little Dog Laughed, which started at Second Stage.
And won Julie White a Tony Award.
Yes, indeed,
Which
indeed.
is amazing.
So
Cool.
yeah,
All
that's
right, neat.
that's exciting. We're doing our news from the iPad today because
Oh, so
we're
you're being-
incredibly high tech.
From our app. Look at
Yes,
you.
yes. Oh, Tony Kushner.
Tony Kushner.
Yes,
Pulitzer Prize winner. What's he doing?
he is writing a book about Donald Trump.
A book or a play?
It's actually a play about Donald Trump. Look
Really?
at that.
I didn't
Maybe
know
we
he could
should
write-
use paper
okay,
and not
yes,
the
yes,
iPad.
right.
He's writing a play about Donald Trump. He spoke with the
Is
Daily.
it too soon?
Is it too soon?
We'll find out.
I guess we'll find out. But he was saying that he doesn't know if it's going to come out during the Trump presidency, whether that has an expiration date sooner than we think or not. But yeah, he spoke with the Daily Beast about that and was kind of comparing Donald Trump to Roy Cohn, who appears in Angels in America as
And
a character.
was Donald Trump's mentor.
Yes, yes. So
Ruthless lawyer.
yes, a ruthless lawyer indeed.
Now played by Nathan Lane in London at
Yeah.
the National. See how I can just pull this together for you and make it about Broadway and theater? You're welcome.
Indeed,
people.
well done. The new off-Broadway musical Spamilton celebrated 1 year off-Broadway today.
This is a Hamilton spoof.
Well, so it's interesting.
really spoof,
so
is
it's
it?
actually not
like a
completely a
spin-off
Hamilton
spoof.
spoof because it's actually Gerard Alessandrini, who had great success with Forbidden Broadway, actually spoofs a bunch of Broadway shows through Spamilton.
Got it.
So it's playing the Puerto Rican Traveling Theater off-Broadway right now. So that's...
I've only heard good things about that. I have to go see
Yes, it sounds hilarious. We had one of the actresses in the office a few months ago doing a piece with Broadway Box, singing her face off in this studio. And I was pretty down with that, yeah. What else do we have here today?
Tell
This
us.
is why we should not be doing the news from the iPad. And this is yesterday's odds and ends. Oh my gosh.
Take it in.
Yeah,
relax.
take it in. Yes, indeed. I feel like that's the brunt of the news today.
So we've got Hood.
Yeah, we have Hood.
Let's recap. We've got Tony
Yes.
Kushner writing about Donald Trump.
Indeed.
I wonder what that's going to be called.
Yes.
Let's
Ooh.
have a
get
title
thinking
contest.
about it.
Well, thanks for coming in and doing the
You
news from the
bet
iPad.
it.
Next time, we'll use
Yes,
paper.
we'll use paper. We'll make that
All
happen.
right, you guys, don't go away because we will be right back with Stephen Kunken from A Parallelogram.
Broadway's Come From Away is a Best Musical winner all across North America. This stirring and inspiring musical takes you to a place you never want to leave. Celebrate the best of humankind and the best in all of us at Come From Away, the remarkable true story of the small town that welcomed the world.
Wipe away the mask of makeup, just to talk, not to spur, man to man, queen to queen on a par, standing face to
Hey, Stephen.
Hello,
What's
Thanks for
up?
having me.
Okay, I saw this play last night.
and you survived.
I survived.
You're here today.
I easily survived. It's very entertaining. It really makes you think. And I called it a mind pretzel.
I think that's a great apropos food.
Let's explain what this is. Bruce Norris, who wrote Clybourne Park and won a Pulitzer Prize, and Tony Ward, very talented playwright,
Supremely.
talented. But how do you describe this crazy play?
You know, I heard Celia Keenan-Bolger describe it. She stole part of this from me, so I'll take half of it. But she sort of described it
Not
as
competitive at all.
No, seriously, not at all. She described it as Our Town kind of meets Black Mirror,
Okay.
which I think is sort of apropos, right? That's a
Okay,
mind.
so what you're
cooking in
saying
itself.
is we're looking backward.
We're looking backward. We're sort of talking about life and the way life reflects itself. You know, in many of the kind of tropes that a play like Our Town has, or as we get older, what is life about? Can we make changes in our lives? Is everybody going through the same thing? And then told with like the kind of sensibility of modern life that Black Mirror often has, sort of. You know,
Is that clearing it
sci-fi.
up for you guys?
Oh yeah, it's just crystal.
It's so clear. It's not a confusing play, but it does go in different points in time. It
Yeah.
does visit different. It examines the space-time continuum. Is that fair?
I think that's totally fair. I think it's also fair to say that it's one of those plays that you get on the roller coaster ride, both as an actor and as an audience, and you just go for the ride, and you don't end up with whiplash. You kind of just go for the ride. That's been my experience as an actor. Where you're like, I don't know how this is going to work, and it kind of does.
Is it fair to? I'm just going to keep on asking if things are
Sure,
fair.
please.
That seems like a fun thing to do.
Absolutely.
Is it
Right.
fair to call this play cynical?
That's a great question. I think my first impulse was that it was, but I think at the end of the day, it's kind of not. There is a moment in the end of the play where something is articulated. I don't want to give it away.
There's a little hope.
Where there is hope, and that, you know, some people who know Bruce's writing and will say, well, is that an anomaly in the writing, or is that really where the play is driving towards? I choose to think that that isn't the sort of beating heart of the play.
Okay, so you play a guy who is facing some marital issues.
Right.
I don't want to give anything away, you guys. But let me just say this. You play a guy who's, I would call the king of justification.
That's great. I think that's right.
Thank you. You played Andy Fastow in Enron. You got a Tony nomination for that.
Thank you.
Might call him the king of justification.
That is true. Yes.
Is this your specialty?
I think in my life I'm the king of justification. No, I think that it's, you know, I think somebody like Bruce especially picks at a scab and likes to where a lot of people would sort of leave the argument or the argument goes to there and then lets the audience go away. He starts in the most uncomfortable place and then just continues on and on and on.
And that's why you're at the edge of your seat, frankly.
Right.
That's why you're
You
are.
Great, thank you. But
You're such a schmuck, Stephen. I mean, in the play, not in real life. Not in real life.
you never
You're
know.
so schmucky. Do you like playing schmucky?
You know, I think we all have a little bit of the schmuck in us.
How dare you?
I'm just saying, a little bit. But I think that I think that's part of what makes great drama is when you isolate, like, these are the darker sides of all of us. And if you go at them cynically and you say, like, those are other people, we don't really learn that much from that. But if you're like, well, this is me, and I'm going to unlock the part of it that is me, and people identify with it, maybe we have a chance to find commonality and maybe not be quite as schmucky in the future.
Okay, here's a weird thing. This is directed by Michael Greif. Everyone knows Michael Greif.
Great future, that guy.
That guy has a great future.
Yep.
So I was just like doing a little research, refreshing myself about your career, which is lengthy. It's a long and
Old
winding.
man, long lines.
long-
there.
Your voice is in Dear Evan Hansen, also directed by Michael Gray.
That's true.
It is?
Yeah.
Tell me more.
Well, this is my.
This is the Dear Evan Hansen portion of the interview.
That's
Evan.
true. Let's see. This is either my fourth or fifth thing with Michael.
Mhm.
So I did a play called A Very Common Procedure, which was at MCC with Michael. Worked at Williamstown with Michael, and then Michael put together that wall of sound, and at one point a wall of video for Dear Evan Hansen, and pulled together a bunch of people. He's like, which turned out to be like, who wants a check every now and then, and we were incredibly grateful to be.
So what are you saying?
That I paid him to do it. Yes.
But what are you saying in Dear Evan Hansen? What are you actually doing? You're not singing. You're not a singer.
I haven't gotten tickets yet.
Got it.
It's pathetic.
We don't know what's in or not in.
I have not seen it yet, which is horrific.
You know a guy, though.
I know a guy, and he promises me that he'll give me off a matinee from A Parallelogram.
For people who are really watching in HD, I wanted you to lift up your wrist
Oh.
because this is from the show. You didn't get tattooed, really.
I
in
didn't.
real life.
My daughter saw it though. I have a 7-year-old daughter, and we're not no offense.
It's a
to
B.
any- It's a B, but
Which is Celia Keenan Bolger's character's name. It all works out. You'll figure it out later.
she has one of mine.
She has a similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my daughter was offended that I've said like you can't have a tattoo. We can't even discuss tattoos. And she's like, you have one. And I was like, this is fake. It's fake.
Oh, well, maybe you should get her a
Yeah.
fake one. It
I
can be
will
matching.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, we have people have they have questions. Are you ready?
I'm
Are you
super
ready?
excited.
Okay, here we go. Well, first, this is just a nice comment. We're going to start with a nice comment, not a question. Bradley says, "Seeing You in Proof was one of my first Broadway plays."
Oh my God.
Hey, Bradley, that was a long time ago. I'm glad you're still interested in Stephen Kunken.
That was actually my first Broadway.
It was your Broadway debut.
Yeah.
You replaced Ben Shankman.
I actually replaced Neil Patrick Harris.
Oh,
after.
okay, so it was after.
I went and did the national tour, and
Okay.
then when I came back, it was.
You replaced Neil Patrick
I was
Harris,
injured.
who did it with Anne Hayes.
Right, so I did it with Anne.
Great play.
It was great.
And you had a professional relationship, calm down, with David Auburn.
Yes, David and I went.
You like to work with those Pulitzer winners, huh?
It's very important. You don't want to go with anybody who's not.
No
Pulitzer.
low-level
No,
writers for you.
Yeah, OB people. Dave and I went to Juilliard together, and I sort of, hopefully Dave's not watching, so he can't like say
He's a
like that's
devoted
wrong.
fan.
But yeah, I commissioned Dave's first full-length play
You
for a bunch
commissioned
of
it.
for a bunch of our friends. We had a free project at Juilliard, and I was like, write a play for 3 or 4 of us.
So by commissioned, you wrote him a check for $0.
$0.00, but I was like,
That
I
was
will
nice
pay
of
for
you
the
to use the
pizza.
word commission,
I'm
which
just
usually
saying,
has money
you know.
attached to it, but not in this case. Alec is asking your dream role.
Great question.
Someone who can have a lot of justification and a dark side. I'm assuming. I don't know.
That's true. I'm trying to think who that might be. It's funny because there are certain actors who just dream of like. I saw Kevin Spacey talk about this, and I thought he was really articulate about it, so I'll steal it from him. But there are certain actors who I think just want to play the thing that somebody else wants to see them play and see how they would do it, as opposed to, I see my Hamlet. I don't really like. I don't. There are a couple of Shakespeare roles. There's a couple of Chekhovian roles that I would love to play. But I'm.
But we're not going to name them for you.
No way,
Yeah,
because then
that's-
then they'll be
Michael
like he
Greif
never
might be
achieved
watching.
it. When they're like he never did play Uncle Vanya, poor guy. And there's the obit.
Never played Uncle Vanya at the end.
Yeah. So, but there certainly are some that I like. That would be a cool one to do.
Can we talk about your beginnings as an actor?
Sure.
Okay, here's what I read. Tell me if it's true. Your brother wanted to be in MAME,
my
and
God,
you
you
were
totally-
competitive and got the part. Is that true or false?
That is totally true.
What is wrong with you?
Look,
Your brother's going to write a tell-all like Adina Menzel's sister.
That would be terrifying. Because my brother is very witty.
So tell me
and
the story.
Far funnier than I am. I would come off terribly. So my brother was. I'm sure nobody can tell us, but I am Jewish.
What?
Yeah, I know that's going to be probably a shock to half of you. But it was my brother's bar mitzvah, and it was like a
And you ruined it.
community show, and they were like, he can sing really well. He should be our Patrick Dennis. And then I was like, he's getting a lot of attention. So I.
Is your
worked
older
up
brother or
my-
younger?
Older.
Okay.
So I was like, I'm gonna go steal this from him. And he our lives went like in a parallelogram. He basically his voice was changing because he was 13 and mine was not. So
What
they
were you, 11 or something?
Yeah, I was 11 exactly, and I stole it right from underneath him.
You're a terrible person.
But I'm
Stephen.
justification, right? This is just fills those beats
I like
on
to
a
bring
string.
people on Live at 5 and tell them they're terrible people. It makes me happy. Bradley's asking, would you ever do a musical in New York? Maybe Mame will come back and you can do that.
I would
You're a little old
totally
now.
do a musical in New York if anybody would want to see it. You know, I did one, the one professional musical that that since I've been considering myself a professional, really. Well, it's not true, but
Since you commissioned David Auburn.
that's true. Since Dave wrote me the Sweeney Todd sequel, it was no, it was Michael Greif actually directed. We did something up in New York Staging Film called A Walk on the Moon, which I think is now actually going to ACT.
Oh, okay.
And which I love doing. I mean, it's
So this is, I was just reading about this. Is this about another Adrienne Shelley movie? Is that
That's
one?
it's the movie with Diane Lane
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Viggo Mortensen and Liev Schreiber about it taking place during the Woodstock era.
Right.
And they made a movie, and it was a really compelling movie, and it was
So
a
you
really
can
good
sing.
musical. I can sing.
It's
I
out there
can
now.
sing.
It's out there. I mean, I haven't heard
Anybody
you
who saw
sing.
that, let's try and make anything.
Anyone see that? Let's-
All these thumbs
if there's
down
any
start
proof.
popping up.
That's hilarious. People are saying that they love the Apple Family Plays.
Oh, they're amazing.
What was that experience like?
It was an amazing experience. I mean, Richard Nelson, who wrote them, is a truly
Not a slouch.
another. Is he a Pulitzer? Nah, he's a hack then.
He's a hack.
But no, he's a magical guy, and he directed them too, which was especially beautiful to get to work on. And it was like taking a warm bath every night. It's like it was just that group of actors knew each other so well, and the give and take of those plays, and it was eating that food and just doing that nightly. I mean, it was a huge learn because we did them all four
Yeah.
together. We did, but it was something that I just loved doing every night, truly.
Okay, let's talk about a parallelogram one more time.
Let's do
and
it.
then we're going to get out of here. Just do other things. Okay. This title.
Oh yeah.
My husband was watching this with me, and he was talking to me about geometry, and I was like, stop talking to me about geometry. It's not about geometry, you guys,
It's
so
not about
just
geometry.
go see the play. It's not about geometry. But in this context, what does that mean? There is a quiz at the end of Live at 5, ladies and gentlemen.
You know, I'm going to dodge the question by giving
Awesome,
you
I
a
love
quick
that.
story. When we were doing proof, we had one night where we had like the Broadway Cares, auction at the end, and we auctioned off one of the marbleized notebooks,
Which had the proof in
which
it.
had the proof in it, and somebody bid the thing up to like $2,500, $3,000, and I went down into the subway after, and I saw them run to the end of the subway platform. I was taking the subway home, and it was a mother with her son, and they rifled through the thing and realized about 3 pages in that it just repeated itself, and they were mortified that they had bought a non-existent proof.
It's not actually a proof.
So it's not
It's a
actually proof,
play.
it was a prop proof. And I think not unlike that play, the title is a metaphor clearly for something, for a complex justification of something else, and both in proof and in this play. People trying to explain kind of an unexplainable.
You're so deep. I love that about you. And that was a good dodge.
Did you see that pretty
That was
good
a
dodge?
really good dodge.
That was like an NFL level.
That was really
Dig
good.
to the left.
That was good because, I mean, honestly, if you had told me, I wouldn't understand it anyway, so it didn't really matter. If you were like, well, projective geometry, blah, blah, I'm like, oh.
Celia has the line. She's on stage. I am sitting backstage
Yeah, you're just-
with a coconut water. So when you see her, you can ask her.
Go see this play, you guys. Anita Gillette is in it. She's a legend. It's just a fantastic show.
Oh, thank you.
Fantastic show. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you for having me.
Please come by again.
I would love it.
We'll hang out.
It's one of my musicals.
We will see you on your musical. We will see you guys tomorrow. Take care.